Proposed trade sees Knicks swap Quickley and Fournier for $75 million guard. According to rumors, the New York Knicks are willing to make changes during the 2022-23 NBA trade season, and an Eastern Conference executive disclosed to Heavy Sports one specific transaction that might fix many of their problems. During a recent conversation with our NBA insider Sean Devaney, the anonymous exec discussed possible deals Leon Rose and company could be positioning themselves to make in the near future, and they devised one package that involves two oft-discussed possible assets being shipped out to land them an established scoring threat. The deal concocted reads as follows. New York Knicks receive Eric Gordon. Houston Rockets receive Evan Fournier. Emmanuel Quickley. Though the interest in Fournier is widely viewed as non-existent considering the fact that he's owed $55.8 million over the next 3 years, the executive believes that, should the Knicks simply just wish to rid themselves of these financial burdens, adding Quickley as a sweetener could be a worthwhile move to make and, in this case, the Rockets could be a viable suitor. They'd like to move Evan Fournier, but there is not much of a market there now. There is a lot of interest in Emmanuel Quickley, but they want a first-round pick there, and no one is willing to go that far. If they wanted to just get off Fournier's deal, they could send him to Houston with Quickley for Eric Gordon, the executive told Devaney. The exec would continue by stating that if the Knicks were to pursue such a deal, they'd have to then guarantee Gordon's 2023-24 salary of $20.9 million, which would be the final season of his 4-year, $75 million deal. Now, while the concept of adding such a price tag to the team's payroll may not be all that enticing to some fans, there is reason to believe that adding the 33-year-old could be a risk worth taking for the ball club. Knicks could use Gordon's skill set. Dating back to last season, the New York Knicks have been reported as being interested in the concept of an Eric Gordon trade, and, frankly, it's easy to see why. Measuring in at 6'3", 215 pounds, the veteran has the perfect build of a modern-day combo guard, while his skill set and high basketball IQ allow him to slot into the rotation anywhere from the 1 to even a small ball 3, thus making him a highly versatile commodity for head coach Tom Thibodeau to possibly utilize. As things currently stand, the Knicks place as one of the least efficient scoring units in the association, as they rank 24th in true shooting percentage, 26th in effective field goal percentage, and are dead last in three-point shooting percentage. Gordon is a man of many trades, and his scoring prowess, which is his strongest trait, could go on to help the club improve upon these truly lackluster numbers if acquired. A career 16.3 point per game scorer on 37% shooting from deep, now in his 15th season in the league, the guard still finds himself sporting impressive and effective per game averages of 12.3 points and 2.6 assists on 44.4% shooting from the floor and 36.2% shooting from distance. With his attached to his current deal, the idea of swapping out the highly priced Evan Fournier for Gordon's services could prove to be well worth it for the Knicks. However, seeing Quickley added to the deal could be considered a bit too steep of a price in the is likely hoped that the type of package proposed by the East exec does not come to fruition. Should Knicks consider shopping Randle? Talk about the most predictable answer in the world, but I'm calling around to see if there are any takers for Julius Randle, Macri said. Obi Toppin, you drafted 8th overall, and, in 2.5 years, almost you still have not used this player in any way, shape, or form, because, 1, he doesn't get a lot of time, and, 2, you're not using him in the role that he probably should be used in at this level. Despite his high-end potential and proven track record when seeing an increased role within Tom Thibodeau's scheme, through 3 seasons with New York, Toppin has consistently served as a mere reserve option within the rotation and, this season, still finds himself logging sub-20 minutes a night at 17.5. In Macri's eyes, now may be the time to give the big man a larger role on a consistent basis, and the way for them to do this may be by parting ways with their current starting power forward in Randle.